everybody. Welcome back to Coach's Corner here on GEUS, and really excited about the show. Man, coming off of two big district wins, the football team, volleyball team, both picked up big district wins this week, so got a little pep in my step. Plus, we're on a bye week, so I feel like, we can kind of catch our breath and get wound up for a really big game with Crandall coming up in 2 weeks. It's going to be at home, big playoff implications, so y'all come out, be loud. We got to beat Crandall. But before we get there, the point of this show is, man, I get to meet and introduce a lot of our great kids that we have here at Greenville High School, and I'm with another one of our great volleyball players. And so, Jaxey, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to our line fans, and we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Jaxey Walker. I'm a freshman, and I'm a setter on our varsity team.
All right, a setter on the varsity volleyball team as a freshman, and so obviously then you've been playing a while, so let's kind of jump back. How long have you been playing volleyball, since you can remember, or where'd you start?
I think I've been playing since second grade.
Since second grade, you start with like our youth city leagues here in Greenville?
Well, I started playing with Net Force at the Rise in Rockwall.
Yeah. Oh, so you just kind of jumped right in there then, have been playing, but good. And it shows up, obviously, you're a freshman here playing on the varsity, and yeah. You also get to play with somebody on the varsity, and that's kind of a big deal, kind of talk about that, who that is, and kind of what that's like.
I've been getting to play with my sister.
And you're senior on the team, and so that's really great. So how is that?
We fight a little, but we get over it, and we love each other, so it's fine.
We just call it competitive conversation. That's what we, Mom and everybody out there. Speaking of, let's give a shout out to all the family members out there.
Shout out to my mom and my dad and my grandparents who come to every single game.
Every single game, we see them, we hear them. That's great. We love that about Greenville. We can all get behind our Lions and support them. And speaking of, y'all just had a recent big win. Who did we play, and who was that district win?
We played against Sherman, and we beat them in 3 sets.
Not even one set could y'all let them have. I mean, they drove all the way here from Sherman. Well, I guess they got to go home early, so there you go. Thanks, Lady Lions, for that. But send them home with a loss. That's what we do, and y'all have been doing it for a long time. I know y'all started off district against some really tough teams, and so, y'all kind of got that experience. And so how do you feel? I know we got a little ways to go, but, when you run up against those state-ranked teams, Lovejoy, and, how do you feel next time? Like, you're going to be a little more ready,
I feel like we are going to be more prepared because we've seen it and we've adjusted to what they do.
It is. I mean, and it's still volleyball. I know they got a great team, and we got a great team too. And so, that push for the playoffs is on. So, y'all come out, make sure that you support us, and, come out to all the games. And so, all right, other than volleyball and all that, let's talk about what other sports or activities, clubs, things are you involved with at school?
I play softball.
Okay, volleyball, softball. What about, let's give a shout out. Who's a favorite class or a teacher?
My favorite class is probably Coach B's Spanish class.
There you go. Shout out to Coach Bastillos. Thanks. And Spanish, good. Okay, so you're working on your foreign language there. All right, so you've been playing sports a long time. I know you've been involved in other things, though. What else? Let's say that if you're going to go just hang out, you and your friends or your sister, if y'all are not arguing, right? But if you're just going out, where are y'all likely to be hanging out or going out to eat or something like that?
Probably Chipotle or Taco Bell.
Chipotle or Taco Bell. I'm getting a kind of a vibe right there. Good shout out to both of those. Really good places. I like both of them. Taco Bell open late after the game. Good chance to go through there. So, do y'all argue about where you're going to eat? Or
sometimes.
She's driving, she's deciding is what I would say.
Well, sometimes she asks me because we're both pretty indecisive.
There you go. So wherever we end up, that's where we're going to be. Last thing then as we wrap up, and got a lot of season left to go, so y'all keep putting in that work, and we're excited about the big playoff push coming up. But Jaxey, are you a fist bumper or a high five?
Fist bumper.
A fist bumper for sure. You see Jaxey out there, volleyball, setting, and softball, and doing all the great things at school and being involved in a lot of things, or just at Taco Bell making a run for the border. You give her a fist bump. She's a great kid. All right, well, here I am with another one of our great student athletes at Greenville High School that I get to come on and visit with. And Maddox, I'm going to let you introduce yourself to our Lion fans and tell them what you do.
My name is Maddox. I do cross country, track, and band.
Cross country, track, and band. And
yes.
so man, super involved, super busy right now. So that'll give us some stuff to get into, and so, well, congratulations. You're our Penny Perkins State Farm Cross Country Runner of the Week. And so welcome to the show, and congratulations for all the work. I know with cross country now, y'all don't just kind of just show up and start running. I mean, it kind of starts. And so how much do you do, before school or leading up? How much kind of working out and running do you have to do?
We get there about 6:30. We stretch a lot. We do until about like 6:40ish.
Yeah.
And then the coaches tell us what we're gonna do, and then we do it. We mostly do about 3 miles.
Yeah, and that's just practicing right there.
That's just
That's
practicing.
just
That's
So,
just practicing.
Yeah, and cross country, obviously, it's a long distance race, so it takes a lot of conditioning, a lot of work, and a lot of miles that y'all put in, and showing up early, and that's what we say. All these things that you're a part of, and that our students are a part of, take a lot of work, and all that y'all invest in it. And so you also mentioned band, and so I know, because my office is over here, so every morning, guess what I get to listen to? I get to listen to the Lion Pride Band. And so, talk about that balance. So you're doing cross country and in the band. How do you kind of balance all that?
First, cross country starts at 6 or 6:30. If I get done early, they let me go to band. Or if it gets close about 7-ish, they just let me go. Then I go to band, do band.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like tight schedule.
Okay, so, all right, so now, what instrument are you playing? I mean, after all that running, you can't be going and blowing some kind of wind horn instrument, or what instrument do you play?
I played the flute.
Okay, so, does it ever sound like, okay, I guess you get a little break in between, but and that's like double lung training, really. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you've learned the secret. And so, anyway, so I know cross country, this week we've got a big event coming up. You want to talk about that just for a minute?
Yes, this is, I believe, the district meet, I believe.
And it's coming up next week.
No, coming up Thursday.
Yeah,
actually.
and so we're about to run a district meet, a lot of preparation for that, so good luck running. And so, all right, well now, I know you're involved with all those things, but what else? Let's give a shout out to some family members out there. Hey to everybody watching.
Shout out to my mom, my grandparents, and my friends.
Yeah, and I know I see them at your cross country meets, and so I know they're at the band and watching at the games, and so that's always fun. What about in school? Do you have a favorite teacher or class or something?
My favorite teacher is Mr. Shipley.
Okay, is that art?
Yes.
And shout out to Mr. Shipley, great teacher, and a really good artist as well. Does a lot of cool things, and I like to say I'm really impressed by all the things that y'all can do. And well, multi-talented Maddox. I just kind of made that up, but I like it right now. You're artistic, you're musical, you're running. So at least keeps you busy year round. You got track coming up too, and so. Well, in the middle of all that, let's say if you're not running and practicing and doing all those things, if you're just hanging out in the community, or if you're going out to eat somewhere, where are you likely to be hanging out?
Usually I'm in a swimming pool.
Usually in the swimming pool. Well, so if you want to see Max and you catch him, if he's at the cross country meet, or he's with the band, or doing something artistic, a lot of busy things going on. Maddox, are you a high fiver or a fist bumper?
I'm all kinds.
All kinds. Well, we're about to be a high fiver today. I don't know, I just decided that. Man, if you see Maddox out in the community or doing something great for our schools, he's a great young man, you give him a high five.
At GEUS, we offer lower average rates than you'll find in the Metroplex. That means you can spend less on utilities and more on living. It means more left in your grocery budget, more money for gas, easier to afford prescriptions, more school supplies, and more family fun. So if you want to pay more for electricity, move to Dallas. If you want to do more living, use GEUS. GEUS, lower average rates than the Metroplex.
Hey, welcome back to Coach's Corner here on GEUS, and I'm with one of our big-time football players that made some big plays for us in our big win over Princeton, and going into the open week, we really needed that. Now we can kind of focus on getting ready for a big game coming up. But Jamariaon, J-Man, to all of us, I'm going to let you introduce yourself to our Lion fans and tell them what you do.
All right, my name is Jamariaon Stephenson. I also go by J-Man. I'm a free safety for the Greenville Lions, and I also play receiver.
And making big plays right now for us, on defense especially, also in special teams.
Yes, sir.
Fielding in, receiver, wherever we need you right now.
Right there.
And as a senior, that's what we want. I mean, we count
sir.
on our leaders, and so, congratulations. You're the Penny Perkins State Farm Defensive Player of the Week for the big game that you had. And so, talk about the big win at Princeton and and y'all were throwing the pads around. I'm going to be honest. Y'all were just kind of talk about that, how you were able to make some big plays and how that felt.
Yeah, I felt we had a good game. Most of all, defense, offense did their job too. We made big plays, good tackles, good tackle for them. Overall, we just played good.
And like I said, y'all were, we were swarming the football, and and again, just we got some turnovers.
Yeah.
Kept them out of the end zone. They had a good field position a couple times, and y'all bowed up and made them kick field goals. And so anyway, man, we earned that win. And so we got a big game coming up. It's our bye week, so we're gonna kind of regroup and get ready. But Crandall coming up. Y'all come out, be loud. We need that win on our playoff journey. But what else? Let's say other than football, we know you're out there doing what other like sports, or what else do you do kind of at the school?
I could kind of do basketball and track. I'm running track this year.
Good. Running track. I know out there being an all-around good athlete and involved in stuff. What about, so how long have you been playing football? When did you start? I mean, did you just start like with pads, or did you play pee-wee? When did you start?
I always loved football. I've been playing football ever since I was like a baby though. So I always had a love for the game.
You got baby pictures with a football there.
Of course.
I get it. So, so you were like flag football with the city
sir.
At first?
Yes, sir.
You remember your team back then?
Horned Frogs.
Okay.
Shout out to the
go.
Horned Frogs.
So I guess y'all were pretty good. How do you
Yes,
remember?
sir.
I'm gonna fact check this, right? because I know Luna and some of them. I'll have them.
I remember playing Micah.
Yeah. So was he pretty good back then?
He was good, but I was better.
There you go. So that's it, Micah. There's a challenge right there. The defense is throwing down, man, and that's what it takes. Football is the ultimate team game.
Yeah.
Offense, defense. We had the big kickoff return. Just had a lot of big plays the other night. So we're gonna keep that rolling. And so. All right, how about in the classroom, and what about like a favorite teacher or class you want to give a shout out to?
And my favorite class, I like to say my 6th period English from Miss Austin.
There you go. That is Miss Austin. Great job. She's involved in so many things. And, good English class. What about a family? Let's give a shout out. Little brother had a big game too. He was our JV player of the week. Shout out. But what about other family members out there watching?
I like to say shout out to my mom and my dad and all my little sisters and little siblings.
Hey everybody, man! Y'all keep showing up, being loud, and J-Man, you're gonna keep making plays for us. I know that. So, and we've moved you around. You played corner, you played strong safety. We got you at free safety now, just utilizing your tackling athletic ability. But wherever we need you, you keep showing up and watch these lines go. So, what about future plans? I know it's a little bit early, but if you looked at college, where are you? What are you thinking?
I looked at a lot of colleges for football, and right now I'm trying to focus on getting somewhere out of state, like out of state or out of Texas, just out of Texas, period. But
close by. Let's don't get too far away. I got to be able to drive and see the game.
close by. But if not,
maybe Oklahoma. Let's stay kind of
like Oklahoma or Louisiana.
But right now, man, great player, great kid. Hey, y'all better reach out here. And so, that recruiting picks up towards the end of the season. And so, kind of looking forward to that. We've got a lot of former Lions out there playing, and man, it just makes us so proud to watch y'all, and can't wait to see where you end up. And so, but there's a lot of stuff between now and then. We're not getting rid of it yet. How being a senior, everything. I mean, we've got our homecoming, our senior night, and then prom. Great. How does that feel different now that it's finally your time?
It all comes real quick. Like I wouldn't expect it to be that quick, especially since I'm a senior. So I know it's not gonna be here all the time. So I'm just enjoy it while I can.
It is. I mean, enjoy it the whole time. I mean, because it really is. I'm a dad of a senior, one of your classmates, and I know, man, it just seems like y'all were, just 7th grade putting on those pads over at the middle school the other day, man. And so, all All right, this season, we're going to finish out. We got to get a couple more big wins at home, and so we're looking forward to that. But so if you're not playing ball or being involved in school or doing all those things, and if you're just hanging out or going out to eat somewhere in Greenville, where are we likely to find you more?
They'll probably be likely to find me. I'll probably say the Chinese buffet.
Oh, the Chinese buffet. Now, there's a good shout out right there. You can get your grub on for sure right there, and everything is good. So shout out right there. J-Man, are you a high fiver or a fist bump?
I'm a high fiver.
He's a high fiver. I like it. If you're out, you see Jamariaon out here balling out or at the Chinese buffet getting his grub on, give him a high five. He's a great young man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, welcome back to Coach's Corner here on GEUS, and I get to be a part, get to visit with another member of our Friday night show, man. Friday Night Lights, it's about, I love the football games, a big shout out for the win, but man, it's about the whole community getting involved, and a lot of our school students are involved in the show, and one big part of it I know is the Flaming Flashes, and so introduce yourself to our fans out there and tell them what you do.
Hi, my name is Zaira, and I am an officer in Flaming Flashes.
Well, Zaira, I know that's a big deal. I'm a dad of a current Flash and a former colonel, and man, I know how exciting that is. Talk about, the night that you're going to get picked as the officer, how that's kind of nervous and all that. Talk about that.
So when I got home after the tryout, I just lay down and I was like, I'm not going to be an officer. I'm just going to be a line member. But as soon as I just closed my eyes, I remember I heard drums and some bells. And then I was like, ain't no way. And then they came and they hit my door.
We're hoping that's a good thing.
Yeah.
If you got drums and bells and
Yes.
all that stuff. But anyway, it's very exciting. I know that. It's such a, I like to talk to all the Flash. How special is it? It's the oldest and best drill team in the whole world. But, just kind of talk about how special that is.
So Flashes is one really special to me because it showed me that I could be someone better than what I used to be. I was really shy before, and I didn't like to smile, talk to people.
Well,
and now I have to.
Y'all don't do anything but smiling and all that while you're putting on your show. That is great. It's fun. It's such a big, such a big deal. Do you have any family members or friends, or have you just run into people in the community that they were like, oh, I was a Flash, or have you got to experience that yet?
Yeah, I've seen some people in Walmart that are some Flashes, and they ask me if I'm a Flash, or they see my car.
Fun, yeah.
They have my car has a little sticker that says Flaming Flash Zaira, and everyone asks me if I'm a Flash.
You're a Flash forever.
Yeah.
So that's really a cool thing to be a part of here in Greenville. And so all right, other than Flashes, what else? What other kind of school things are in the community? What are you involved with?
I'm in cosmetology.
Oh, that's a great program right there. So, all right, well then so you're a senior, right? What kind of plans do you have? Do you maybe want to pursue something with that, or what do you think?
So cosmetology, that's gonna be for my plan B, and I'm gonna go to Commerce A&M to do criminal investigation.
Look at there. So, you got a plan A and a plan B, and I didn't even know what I was doing as a senior. I was just showing up every day, and so, no, that's great. And so, y'all are a part of so many good things. What about, first, let's give a shout out to all your family that's out there. Hey, to who?
Thanks to my mom and my dad and my little brother that comes to practice with me every time.
Oh my goodness, and it's in the morning too, believe me, because I'll tell you, I drop, and let's talk about that. You don't just get to show up and be a part of it. I know, I've been dropping them off for years, but when do y'all start and all of that?
So I wake up at 4 in the morning to take a shower, and then around 5:30 I'm heading to school, and I'm here. That's it.
I know, and it's every day. Y'all start in the summer and put in so much work. What shows up though when you look at the shows and the performances, what's more nervous, the games or a pep rally?
Pep rally.
Pep rally, yeah, it got to be because everybody can see you.
Yeah, and they're like right in front of you.
Oh, man, everybody's phones are, and so lucky for y'all. Y'all look great every time. And
Thank
so
you.
That's fun. What about, let's give a shout out to a favorite teacher or class that you got.
Well, I have two.
Okay.
So I have Mr. Warmath. He was my chemistry teacher for like 2 years.
Shout out to Mr. Warmath.
Yes, he helped me through a lot, like with flaming flashes, and
Good.
he helped me like.
He didn't show you any high kicks, never.
No, he didn't help me.
That's fine. Yeah, but okay.
And I have Miss Prather too. Like she helped me through a lot. She helped
Good,
all
yeah,
of us.
and that is. I mean, it's such a big thing, and a lot that y'all invest into it, and so really proud. What about all right? So you've got some future plans and all that, but there's a big deal that comes up. I know for the Flashes this spring, and so kind of I know it's a little ways away, but talk about it. How fun and it's kind of a little bit different as a senior.
So floor show is really fun. The night practices is like really fun because we go out to eat after the practice, or like I don't explain. Like it's fun because we're all together and we're not like we're working as a team. And then when the band comes and it's like it sounds really good and it's fun.
It's always a great show, and it's kind of passing on to the next. It's going to feel a little different when it's your last time out there. Have you thought about that, or are you trying not to think about all that?
I thought about it, but at the same time, I don't want to think about it because I don't want to leave yet.
Yeah. Well, enjoy all of it. I mean, you got prom, you got graduation, the floor show, all those great things coming on, and enjoy all of them. And so, all right. Well, now if you're not out there doing flashes or involved with that and cosmetology and all your future plans, if you're just hanging out or going out to eat somewhere, where's that probably going to be?
Eat somewhere? Probably at Chili's.
At Chili's, good. Shout out to Chili's right there.
I love Chili's.
Good, there you go. So, hey, if you're out, then, well, last question. We'll kind of wrap this up. Are you a high fiver or a fist bumper?
I'm a high fiver.
High fiver. You see Zaira out at Chili's or with flashes or doing all the great things she does, give her a high five. She's a great kid. Hey, welcome back to Coach's Corner, and I'm here with another one of our Flaming Flash officers and one of our seniors here that's a part of the big Friday night show. So, Daryn, I'll let you introduce yourself to our Lion fans and tell them what you do.
Hello, my name is Daryn Johnson. I am an officer in Flaming Flashes.
And that is, that's a big deal. I know that, kind of as a Flash dad and all the work that y'all put into, and we'll talk about that a little bit, but I always kind of like to ask about, the officer tryouts and especially the big selection night and kind of how was that and what's that like?
Okay, so my tryout was kind of bad because I was actually injured during tryouts. So I had like a very bad feeling about it.
Were you like just only high kicking with one leg? I mean, I don't know how you do it.
I wasn't like, when I tried out, I wasn't at my best. So I kind of like I wasn't like.
That made it extra nervous.
Yeah, so I just had a feeling like, there's no way I was going to make it. But whenever, I think we all went out to eat after we all tried out or whatever, and everybody's like, you did better than you think you did, stuff like that. So I went.
Group pep talk. All of you need that because it's such a big nervous night. I know. I've been there. So.
And so the whole night I just had a feeling like, there's no way. So I took a shower and I went to sleep.
Okay.
And I woke up and something was telling me, don't look at the time, don't look at the time. And I still did. And I just put my phone down. And as soon as I put my phone down and closed my eyes, I heard like banging and like stuff like all outside. So I made
you knew something was up.
Yeah.
It might be good or bad, but anyway, I know that's good, and they come in and all, and and that's an exciting time. What a special thing, and the Flashes being such a historical thing here in Greenville. But we'll talk about them a little bit. But let's go ahead and give a shout out to family out there, everybody that's watching. Go ahead.
Shout out to my mom and my mama. The people who push me to be the best person I can be and to go as hard as I do. Love y'all.
Good, there you go, good. And congratulations, so, I kind of know, but, what about, do you have, family members or friends or just in the community, as being part of such an organization, kind of, what kind of connections have you had like that?
I'm always, out, people see me a lot, and my mom, she's, very known and, a big Facebook person, so everybody's like, oh my gosh, I seen you on your mom's Facebook post, you look so good out there, stuff like that.
And it's fun. I mean, because it's such a big deal, and y'all are not only the oldest drill team, but the best drill team in the world. And so that's fun. And now, y'all don't just get to show up when school shows up. Talk about the practice. You do summer, and then now you do early. So what's all that like?
Being in flashes, you put in a lot of work. So, it's not like light work. Every day I wake up at 5, because I live very close to the school. I wake up at 5 o'clock, take a shower, I eat breakfast, get ready. And I head to the school. I'm always at school at least by 5:55, ready to go.
Every morning.
Every morning.
And shout out to all the parents out there dropping off, because I know as a parent what an investment that is. But it is a special thing that y'all are a part of. And so it's all worth it, but it's a lot of work. Believe that, I know. And so, all right. So then, other than Flash, what other things with like school or community are you involved with?
Not necessarily anything else.
Just being
I'm
Flash and a
mainly
student,
just a
right?
Flash.
Well, that's all right then, because that's a lot and it's a big deal. And so, what about now? And the other big thing with Flash is I know we have all of our things with the football season, but this spring there's some big things coming up. So kind of talk about that.
Floor show.
That's a big deal.
Kind of like I'm looking forward to it, but not as much as like I normally am, because I know it's my last one. So I kind of have to cherish this one like no other.
It is, yeah, it's different. It's a different experience.
Really, my whole Flash season, like this whole season of Flashes, I'm kind of trying to cherish it more than ever since it's gonna be my last one, and I actually enjoy it. So.
No, it is. I mean, as a senior, and I know I'm a dad of a senior, and it's your last homecoming, your last senior night, the last time that we look me over, all those is different, and the floor show is such a great show and everything, and kind of that passing on to the next group, but how's that going to feel as a senior? It's going to be a little different.
Very, it's a very different. Just looking at a lot of things like, oh, this is really my last time doing this.
It is. It'll be your last
Sometimes
time.
it can get very emotional because it's like, oh,
well,
it's your last time doing this.
We're not trying to fast forward to that. We're going to go slow. That's right.
I'm actually enjoying it as much as I can, since I know like it'll be ending, but.
Enjoy it, and like I say, keep doing great things. Like I say, I love watching y'all perform. It's something I've started kind of asking the Flashes when they're on here. What's more nervous? Is it halftime shows or is it pep rallies?
To me, halftime shows.
Okay.
I don't know about everybody else, but it's like a feeling you get like whenever we start lining up to actually walk out. That feeling's like no other. Like the feeling in your stomach and everything.
I get that same feeling too before the game. But it's a big deal. And Friday Night Lights is such a special thing, and the whole community comes out to watch and support. And so, but all right. Well, now let's give a shout out. What about like your favorite teacher or your class right now?
As right now, my favorite class is Miss Ishman. Shout out to Miss Ishman.
There you go. Yes,
love that
teacher.
class.
Good
teacher.
And so, what about graduation plans? No, we're not trying to fast forward, but how much, what have you kind of looked at yet, or is it still early?
When I graduate, I want to attend Texas Southern University for business management. After I finish business management in college, I want to take real estate classes because I also want to be a real estate agent.
There you go. Good. Make that money and bring it back to Greenville. We got all these houses going up everywhere. You come back and help sell some of them. So anyway, we look forward to watching all of our seniors and all the great things that y'all are going to do out there. But so if you're not, doing school or doing Flashes or just being a senior, if you're out hanging out or going out to eat somewhere, where do you think it is?
Like she said, Chili's.
Oh, Chili's seems to be a favorite around.
Yeah, that's like where most of me and my friends go if we just going out to eat or something like that. Chili's probably the spot.
Well, Daryn Johnson, are you a high fiver or a fist bump?
High five.
A high fiver. If you see Daryn out with her Flashes or a sticker up with her car, if she's at Chili's or anywhere out, you give her a high five. She's a great kid.
This video has been brought to you by GEUS 34. GEUS is your community-owned provider for electric, internet, cable TV, and true local programming.